I'm really happy to be here. Hello, friends in the audience. What an amazing expo how you have here. I'm really impressed. So I am Salomaa, and I am from Finland and from the Oulu Game LAB. And I actually met Egle last summer in Finland, and we talked about that. It would be so great for me to come here and talk about how we do things in my hometown in Oulu, northern Finland. So yeah, once again my name, Anna Salomaa, and I'm so-called lab master. There are two of us, my colleague Roberto and I, are in charge of the Oulu Game LAB. So some tidbits about the Finnish gaming industry just for the start, and I think most of you are already familiar with some of the facts that we are doing pretty well for a country that is up north, small, about 5 million inhabitants. Here are some numbers from 2016. And of course, our biggest success stories have been Rovio with the Angry Birds merchandise, and Supercell with the Clash of Clans and so forth, or Remedy, for example. And I think one of the reasons why we have been able to manage so well in the gaming industry is that we realized that there is no point competing against each other in Finland. So the only way of us to actually succeed is to create a community and support each other. And that has lasted. So I'm really happy about the community we have. But yeah, like in many countries, most of the game companies are located in a capital area in Helsinki, but we are about 600 kilometers up to north from that. So in Oulu, we are a bit of a runner-ups of the scene. We have around 30 companies, give or take, and the biggest one is the Fingersoft. Fingersoft is famous for the hill climb racing series. So they make the most money, and revenue-wise, they are the third biggest game company in Finland at the moment, so they are doing really well. And of course, we would like to have lots of companies and lots of success stories like that in Oulu as well. We are also very active on the International Game Developers Association, because we want to build a community, not only in Finland, but with the whole world as well. And of course, in Oulu, we have the game education, where I am from one of the establishments doing that. So this is us, the Oulu Game Campus. We moved there last spring, so we've been here about a year in the Game Campus. I'm going to show the aerial view. This is actually our corner here. We are located in the first floor of this beautiful building. And here you can see the whole block. So about the community, we figured out that if we want to make Oulu a really great game city someday, we have to build a place for the community and really start supporting the companies there. And we had both the Fingersoft with a really great construction company. They decided to put their effort together and create the Game Campus. So they bought this whole block of buildings. So we are here in the corner of the Oulu Game LAB, the game studies. Fingersoft is here, And these buildings are currently being renovated for other companies. For example, here we have film and animation companies. Here we have other game companies as well. So it's not just only for games, but for other creative industries as well. And the idea is that this whole thing creates a hub and creates a synergy between different companies. Here, we would love to have an e-sport bar at some point. Let's see how it goes. So a lot of great plans. So what about the Oulu Game LAB then? We were established in 2012 when it was really apparent that the gaming industry is going to be huge. It's been growing, well, ever since, and it still keeps growing in Finland. Also, 2012 was a bit of a worrying moment. Nokia, the huge cell phone operator and factory, had laid off a lot of people on that year. And they needed new jobs, and they wanted new opportunities. So creating a game studies was answer for the growing gaming industry, but also finding new jobs in the IT sector, where there were actually quite a lot of unemployment. And when we started designing these studies, we realized that you can't really teach games by lecturing. You learn by doing, and also that the gaming industry moves so fast that you really can't set your curricula for 5 years, for example. You have to be able to adapt and change everything as the gaming industry changes, because we all know that everything can go all the way around in a half a year or in a year. So, in our studies, the students form a game team from the very beginning. So these studies are interdisciplinary. So this is not a degree program, it's a study program, and the students may have a degree, for example, on IT or graphic design, visual design, English majors are quite often with us, and so forth. So they come to us to study the game making, and that is part of their own degree. Thus we can create the actual game team. And our students come from all the different universities, for example, inside Finland, but also all around the world. We have a lot of exchange students, and at the moment, one Lithuanian student as well. Yay! And we are always very, very happy to introduce and take all the exchange students with us. We also get people from the work life through so-called open university. So if people are, for example, unemployed or wanting to change their profession, they can apply and come to study with us about gaming industry. And of course, the point of having these teams is to simulate the reality of the gaming industry. You are going to work in the multidisciplinary team, you are going to work in an international team, you are going to work with people of different ages, backgrounds, languages, so forth, so forth. So we want our students to be prepared that what is ahead of them when they go and get a job or perhaps form a startup in the gaming business. Well, we have other labs as well. So we focus on commercial games, but we have one lab for serious games and also other applications, because we realize that this is a really good model of teaching students how to create products and how to learn the product development methods. So this is how we do it. When the students come, they form a lot of teeny tiny teams, and they start creating game concepts. And they have the so-called first gate. And in the gate, the teams pitch live in front of audience and in front of a jury that consists of gaming industry professionals. The jury decides which of the teams get to continue, and those who are dropped will join the continuing teams. And we do this all 3 times. So in the end, we have only few quite a big teams left. And the whole idea of this, of course, is once again simulate the gaming industry. You have to be used to compete. You have to get used to letting your project go. You can't really hold on your dream game no matter how much you love it. You have to be able to go to a new team and find your place and be a useful member of that team and community. And also you have to be able to welcome new people into your team. So once again, want to create the exact feeling of working in a gaming industry. And also the professionals, the jury, is an amazing sort of dialogue for the students that how are they doing? Are the games they are developing good enough? Do they have any potential? And after that phase, this takes about 1 semester, so fall or spring, they can also continue to another semester, fall or spring, to develop that demo into ready-made product. We have labs also around the world, so we are really happy to also introduce the lab system to other countries. So we have game labs also in Romania, Netherlands, and Japan, and also another one in Finland. So my colleague is actually from the Timisoara Game Lab from Romania. And yeah, we are really proud to say that we pretty much all of the runs we have, we create startup or 2. So we of course want our students to get a job in the industry, but of course, why not form a startup of your own? Like I showed you, we are a bit of the runner-up, so finding a game job in a small city like Oulu is not very easy. So we would like the students to stay in the area, not leave to other countries or to the capital area as their first choice, but stay there and form their own companies. And I'm really happy to say that we have also received awards for this system. So it's been seen that it's good. Our best prize, of course, are the happy students who get a job in the industry. But yeah, nice to get recognition from other parties as well. So yeah, a bit about the Game Campus too. We wanted to start creating something really, really unique, a hub, a place where everything happens in northern Finland and perhaps even the whole northern Scandinavia. The city of Oulu has really strong background on technology, so it was a pretty good choice for start creating this kind of thing. And of course we had Fingersoft and other really successful game companies to sort of give us a boost. So we would really like to be really great player in the field till the year 2020. Let's see what happens to us. But yeah, nice. There we are in the campus. And we have really great goals. So what? What are we going to actually do? We just started an EU-funded project. This was a really nice thing for us, that we actually have money and resources now to start developing whatever is going to happen in the Game Campus. But the whole point of the thing is the collaboration. So we need, of course, the city of Oulu to help us. Of course, we need the education part to provide the future talent, and then we need the companies. Because our game education, for example, it's only as strong as is the connection to the industry. We all know the running joke that you graduate from the university and then you go to work to actually learn how to work. And we try to cut that. We try to create talent that are already like work ready. And for that, we need to be in close touch with all the companies, constantly talking to them, that we know that we are really answering to their needs. And the Game Campus has been really good for that. This is a word of digital connections, but it really helps actually being in the same location. So we have the office space there, we have all the companies there. It's so easy when we can just literally walk around the yard and go say like, hello, would you like to come and talk to our students? They have some problems, so how about a keynote? And they can say, okay, let's just walk there. Takes me 30 seconds to be there. Or whatever happens, we always get to hear it, because people are there bumping into each other, finding new connections. So it's really helped us a lot being in the same, literally same place, same time. We hold a lot of events. Those IGD events, for example, they're usually held in our premises in Oulu Game LAB. And for example, Fingersoft does publishing. So really nice for students. When they have a student team, we can say that, hey, look, other side of the yard, there is a huge company just waiting for new talent. They have actually said that they made a mock-up. It was really funny. They make for the first day of Game Lab, they make a mock-up contract. And it has the blank space for the team name. That, hey, in case of success, it's your name in this publishing contract. So that is how keen they are to be part of us and to help us. And for us, this of course means a lot. So we get those companies to help our students. They are the jury of the gates. We of course invite people from all around Finland and also from other counties to be the juries of the gate. Because the gate is not only for the students, it's for the whole Game Campus to create the connections into the industry, and also for us to get feedback from the industry that how are our students doing? Are we teaching them in the right direction? We have been really good, for example, as a testing ground. Companies can come and get 50 testers just like that, who actually know quite a lot. And the students, of course, learn about testing at the same time. We get our coaches for the students from the industry. So, of course, we can't possibly give every kind of teaching they need, because the game making is so multifaceted. So we are really happy that we get the people from the companies to teach our students. And of course, the networking part is really important for all of us. And then there's jobs for the students. So it is not only us, the Oulu Game Lab taking, we are also giving to the community. We are building the community, having all the events, talking to the companies, but also the Oulu Game Lab is a really good place for the companies to come scout for the future talent. They can come there, snoop around, talk to the teams, teach them, help them, and spot the talent early on. Get the new trainees and the best ones straight away before they run into other places. Or for example, start supporting a team that is really promising and start watching a publishing deal. And yeah, like I said, it's really important for us to develop and grow so that we are teaching the right things to build our students, the next generation of the gaming business professionals to Finland. So yeah, we have only started this Game Campus thing, so I'm really looking forward what is going to happen and what kind of community we are going to build. But so far, it has been really great experience, and just sort of emphasizing the feeling I have always had that if you are a small player, you need to work together. You are not competitors of each other, not really. We kind of were joking about that at one point, that if we sometimes have the situation that all the top 10 of App Store most of the games are Finnish games, then we can start dealing about that. But I don't see that happening. The competition is in Finland. That's not our problem, because we are competing in the whole world. So really getting the feeling to helping each other go forward and creating a brand, a name for Finland, has proven even more successful than I ever thought it would be. Okay, so that was me. You can find more information from our website, and also about information about the Game Campus. This is in Finnish, the Pelikampus means Game Campus. And please be in touch if you want to ask more.